Previously on Ballz.
Are you?
Alright, new bud.
Good, thanks, Darren.
Ja, lekker om weer met jou te praat.
Yeah, good, thank you.
And congratulations.
No.
Only temporary.
Now, is it only a sort of interim job, or is it not full time?
Yeah, at this stage, I think with everything that's going on, it's only temporary, waiting to see what's happening, and then I think it's up to the board where they want to go forward after the Super Rugby,
Now, come on, Johan, tell us seriously. They offered you the full-time job for 5 years, and you said, no, just give it to me temporary.
No, not yet.
Well, listen, you know the setup there, so I suppose it does make sense in what's been a really sort of tricky year to give it to someone that at least knows where the problems lie, also know where you guys have found success from winning the Currie Cup last year. Yes, Simon, you looked up at me with shock. They did win the Currie Cup last year. So, I mean, you guys have sort of gone from one extreme to the other in a very short space of time. And I mean, you know what the deal is there.
Yeah, no, I suppose it's probably the easiest now, with only 3 weeks to go, to have somebody that has been involved with the Lions in the ups and downs in the last 2 years to just oversee this for the last few weeks. But, yes, it's just amazing how this year went from winning the Currie Cup, and then by round 2 or 3 we lost about 9 players with injury, and then from there the results didn't go our way, and then suddenly the big hammer was out for who's going to get relegated, and everybody expect the Lions obviously, and then now the big thing with John, so it wasn't a good year off the field for us, and even the results on the field. So but we have to look forward and keep on working hard for this last 3 games.
But you did still manage to go and upset the apple cart with your old team, the Sharks, didn't you?
Yeah, that was unfortunately, a slip for them. It looks like the Sharks don't travel well to Ellis Park, eh?
Yeah, for some reason it seems to happen to this team with you guys and the Cheetahs sometimes. Just going back, we were just saying a little earlier on, are you the oldest guy to play Super Rugby or Currie Cup or both?
I'm not sure about the Super Rugby.
Or did Stefan pass you on that one?
I'm not sure. How old was he when he played?
47.
Was he 37?
47.
Oh yeah, then he definitely passed.
Because jy het opgehou 38, nee?
Yeah. I was about 2 months away from 38, or a month away from 38.
But you had actually retired, and they brought you back for a few games.
And they brought me back, yes.
That must have been a nice feeling to know that they could just never let you go and do your thing. They kept bringing you back.
Yeah, well, luckily there was still a bit something left in the legs, but it was. I don't think I was able to do it now. Eh?
Yeah. So what's the setup going to be there now at the Lions?
No, obviously, with me knowing all the players and knowing how to prepare them and how they're comfortable with and stuff, we try and keep it as simple as possible and just get them, everybody on the same page on what we want to do on Saturday, and obviously for the players it's to adjust to my voice instead of John's voice, and then the rest is all the same. Carlos is still there, Wayne Taylor is still with the conditioning and so on. So we try and keep it as normal as possible, and just hope that the players will respond and put up a good performance on the weekend.
I don't think it'd take a long to adjust from John's voice to your voice, because the accents are completely different.
Yeah, no, I think they didn't understand him in the beginning of his New Zealand accent, and maybe they won't understand me with my Afrikaans accent.
Ja, die Afrikaanse has gesê, wat sê jy? Wat sê jy nou weer? Yes, Simon?
I don't know whether you can answer this, Johan, but have you spoken to John? How's he doing?
No, he's obviously, disappointed. I've spoken to him, and he's disappointed, and he feels that it could have been handled probably in a different way, but unfortunately, it came just as big surprise for me, and hopefully, it won't drag on, and we'll get to a situation where everything can be resolved, or whatever the case is. But I'm not sure, on that side.
It seems like it's just been a year where everything's been up in the air for you guys. I mean, not knowing whether you're going to be playing Super Rugby next year or not. Now you don't know sort of what the coaching setup's really going to be in the future, whether Carlos is still going to be there or not. It's difficult to try and get a team focused when you've got all that stuff going on in the background.
Well, that's the thing, Darren. It's it's been a tough year, and I don't know why the things is happening with the Lions always, but it's just tough for the players, because I mean, halfway through the season, I think they started to have the fear of being lost and then being relegated and all that, and that didn't help us. You had the cases where players start wondering on where will they go next year, So I think from a coaching's perspective, even when John was there, it was difficult to always keep the players, focused, and now obviously there's new stuff even going on. So so that's the big thing for me is to to focus them on tomorrow and not about the day that went past. So to get that positive response, and hopefully they can do that.
Because very often in a situation like this, the guys tend to be very motivated. You've got remaining fixtures against the Stormers, the Rebels, and the Bulls, currently bottom of the conference. But the guys will lift their game in a situation like this. Do you not think?
Well, I hope so. If they do get together and they do believe in themselves as players and as a group, it can be a positive response, and it can be good for us. And obviously, it's going to be then. Up for the sides like the Bulls and the Stormers to beat us if they want to keep up there with the front runners, and so we've got actually nothing to lose except that obviously it's both ways. If we lose badly, everybody will say the Lions don't know what they do, they chase the coach way. If we win, then they will say it's going well, the players are doing well. So we're in a catch-22, but out of my perspective, I really hope that the players will just come together and put up 3 good weeks.
All right. Well, I'm sure the Stormers are hoping you guys won't, because you're their next game. You want to get some predictions from Johan? While we got him here, Johan, just going through the games, obviously now out of the Test matches and back into Super Rugby. Just give us your thoughts on how you see some of the other games going. First of all,
and a margin as well, please, Johan.
Yeah, if you can tell us by how much as well.
We're most indebted to you. Highlanders Chiefs.
Chiefs will win with about 18 points.
Wow.
Yeah.
Rebels Reds.
Reds will win with about 10.
Crusaders Hurricanes.
That's
Crusaders Blues.
Where do they play?
Christchurch.
Okay, Crusaders will win, but I think it will be, let's go for 12 points. 12 points there.
Force Brumbies in Perth.
No, Brumbies will win, I think with about 16, eh?
You boys against the Stormers.
Lions will win.
By 30.
No, let's be. I'll just say we'll win, eh?
By 1.
Even if it's by a point, eh? So we'll win.
If it's 1, they might have a ticket tape parade in Joburg on Monday.
Yeah, no. At least if we won, then the Sharks and the Bulls will smile again. I think a few weeks ago the Stormers and the Bulls were smiling. So let's see.
Well, speaking of the Bulls, the last one of the weekend, Bulls Cheetahs in Pretoria.
I think the Bulls will win, but I think it will be close. I think it will be like with 4 points, say 2016, something like that.
Yeah, the Bulls the Cheetahs always like the Bulls as well. That's their team that they like to lift themselves for.
Flux Elias was in here yesterday, and he seems to think that his guys might be a little bit tired and the Cheetahs revved up, so it could be closer than initially thought.
Yeah, that's why I think it's going to be close, because the Cheetahs really played some good rugby this, and they've got a good balanced side, and I think they'll be tough. Once they get ahead, they'll be tough. But the Bulls at Loftus, it's always tough, and I think there's players that's got more confidence in themselves, like Jean-Andre Creer and those guys, and if they all play, I think the Bulls will edge it out. Eh?
Yeah. All right, we'll see how fatigue sets in, because the Cheetahs, I think, only lost one player, or they've only got one player that was with the Springboks. So,
yeah, well, Cooney is a big loss for them. I think he's a great player, and but I think like I said, I think they will start well, and if they can get ahead, they will be a tough team to beat, the Cheetahs.
All right, cool. Listen, Johan, thanks a lot for chatting to us, and who knows, it could lead to more permanent things. You never know how it goes with the Lions. It's all about the results, I suppose. But But thanks for chatting to us today. Nice to catch up with you, and we hope you guys can get sort of things starting to get together there at Ellis Park. All right.
Thanks a lot, Dan, and all the best. That's
Thanks,
all.
Johan.
To you too, man. Cheers, Johan. Bye-bye.
Thanks, John. Bye.
Johan Ackermann.
We the best on 3. 1, 2, 3. We the best.
2 p.m. to 6 p.m. Mondays to Fridays live on Ballz.co.za. Ballz.co.za.